Hello grade 9 level, how are you all? Hope you will be fine and safe and sound at your home. Welcome to online classes. This is your geography lesson and in this lesson we will read unit number 11, transport and telecommunications. So we start our lesson. First of all, I'll tell you about transport. What is the meaning of transport? Transport means take or carry people or goods from one place to another by means of a vehicle, aircraft or ship. Transport means take or carry people or goods from one place to another by means of a vehicle, aircraft or ship. Telecommunications. Telecommunications mean communication over a distance by a cable, telegraph, telephone or broadcasting. It means communication over a distance by a cable, telegraph, telephone or broadcasting. Transport generally involves the movement of people or goods from one place to another via a means of transport. On the other hand, communication is the passing of information or data from one source to another. Students, modern transport and communication facilities play an important role for economic development. It plays a major role in the economic uplift of a country as it promotes internal and external trade, economic use of natural resources, mobility of skilled labor force, diversification of markets, provision of fuel, reduction in employment, increase in agricultural and industrial production, etc. Students, the development of a transport system provides a sound base for the socio-economic growth of a country. With a growing population and expansion in agriculture and industry, the demand for efficient transport has increased over the years. There are 4 major means of transport in Pakistan: rail, road, air and water. Students, these are 4 mode of transport. And what is the efficiency? If we talk about airways, it is time saving, safer and more convenient to use. A large number of people and goods can be transported at a single time. Far away areas can be easily accessed. Expensive mode of transport and not everyone can afford it. Seaways. If we talk about seaways, it is safer and heavy and bulky goods can be transported easily. It is used to travel long distances too, but it is very time consuming as compared to other modes of transport. Not every country has a port, so it is not suitable for each country. Railways. It is the cheapest mode of transport. A large number of people and goods can be transported at a single time. Faraway areas can be easily accessed, but they are expensive to maintain and tracks are difficult to build on rugged land. Motorways. Door-to-door services provide door-to-door services prove to be very convenient, economical to transport goods for short distance only. Low investment and maintenance costs are required in this mode of transport, and road accidents are common and goods can be stolen. So these are the efficiencies for the mode of transports. Students, I think you are clear about the four major means of transport in Pakistan: rail, road, air and water. Today we will discuss about Pakistan railways. So we discuss about the railways and tracks in details. Pakistan Railways layout. Pakistan's railway track extends to a total of 11,899 kilometers. It has 54 train halts and 900 train stations in total. Halts mean where a train can stop. The railway extends from Karachi to Peshawar. There is a little used line that extends from Peshawar to Afghanistan. There are also branch lines that extend from Noshara to Dargai, Sakar to Sibi, Quetta to Chaman and Zahedain in Iran. The railway tracks are non-existent in the high mountains of northwestern and northern areas. The railway cannot access Kalam, Skardu, Chitral, Mangora and Gilgit. So, if there are no railway tracks in north, western and northern areas, so the railway cannot access Kalam, Skardu, Chitral, Mingora and Gilgit. However, places at the foothills of mountains including Bannu, Peshawar and Kohat are accessible via railway. Reasons for the railway deterioration. It has a lack of investment. The rails and sleepers are worn out. The operations of railways are not very efficient. There is corruption in railways. There are several non-profitable stations. The reservation system is bad. There is only a single main track. Development of Pakistan Railways since 1947. So, students, what are the development and what is the progress in this sector since 1947? There was insufficient coal supply. Therefore, steam engines were replaced by diesel engines. So, first progress was that steam engines were replaced by diesel engines. Faster trains were introduced, e.g. Shalimar Express that travel from Karachi to Lahore. Electric traction was given from Lahore to Khanewal that accumulates to 289 kilometers out of a total to 12,625 kilometers. Several repair workshops were established in Sakhar, Jhelum, Islamabad and Moghalpura. In 2002, work started to transform the single track to dual track from Khanewal to Lodhra. And recent developments in railways, the introduction of new services increased railway revenue. The first recent development is the introduction of new services increased railway revenue. Efforts to build railway track to Gwadar that will connect Pakistan to CAS. The digitization of the ticket system and prevented the ticket black market. The introduction of a one window ticketing system. Students, I hope you have understood about the important points and key factors about Pakistan Railways. So, open your book, page number 202 and read page number 202 and 203 with me, so that we may be able to understand the concepts more clearly. So, start reading. The network of Pakistan Railways extends to 11,899 kilometers of track with about 900 stations and 54 train halts. 54 train halts mean stops where a train can stop. It stretches from Karachi to Peshawar. It means the track extends from Karachi to Peshawar. There is a little used line means main line going on from Peshawar through the Khyber Pass to near the Afghanistan border, and a branch line from Nowshera extends to the foot of the Malakand Pass at Dargai. So there goes another branch line from Nowshera that extends or that enlarges to the foot of the Malakand Pass at Dargai, as you can see from the figure 11.1. A branch of the railway winds its way from Sakhar to Sipi and on to Quetta. Another branch of this railway line goes from Sakhar to Sipi and on to Quetta. From Quetta, one branch terminates means brings to an end, come to an end at Chaman. From Quetta, one branch comes to an end at Chaman and the other goes to Zahedain in Iran, as you can see from the figure 11.1. It shows a dense railway network in Punjab and Sindh. So, from the map, we can see that in the province of Punjab and Sindh, there is thick railway network. The railway network is best developed in the plains of Punjab and Sindh along the rivers because railway tracks are easier to build and develop on the plains. Understand, students? It is easier to make tracks on ground, on flat lands. In the high mountains of the northern and northwestern areas, railway tracks are non-existent. Places like Chitral, Gilgit, Skardu, Mingora and Kalam are not accessible by rail. Only the vales Wales Valley of Peshawar, Kohat and Bannu, which are located in the foothills. Foothills mean a low hill at the base of mountain, which are located in the foothills of the western mountains are connected by rail. It means it can be approachable. These locations or these areas can be approachable by rail tracks. Now come to page number 203. In Balochistan, Quetta is the center of the rail network and is connected to Sindh and other parts of Balochistan, as you can see from the figure 11.1. Southwestern Balochistan is practically deprived of our rail network, deprived of lacking of something, deprived of our rail network due to its extremely difficult terrain. Terrain means stretch of land. So we can say Balochistan has such type of land where a railway track cannot be built easily, as you can see from the unit number 1, the Balochistan plateau. Now come to the gauge and track. Gauge means the thickness, size or capacity of something. In Pakistan, there are gauge and track pathways. Gauge, broad gauge, 11,344 kilometer track. Meter gauge, 555 in track kilometer. Narrow gauge, 726 track kilometer, and total 12,625. Selected railway routes. How many railway routes are here in Pakistan? 1. Karachi to Lahore. 2. Rawalpindi to Peshawar. 3. Quetta to Chaman. 4. Kotri to Larkana. Kotri to Larkana. 5. Faisalabad to Khanewal. 6. Karachi to Quetta via Kotri, Larkana and Jacobabad. Jacobabad is city in Sindh. 7. Faisalabad, Sargodha, Khoshab. 8. Rawalpindi to Kohat. 9. Sigbi to Host. 10. Peshawar to Karachi via Rawalpindi and Lahore. Pakistan Railways has a multi-gauge system. Broad gauge 5 feet 3 inches wide, meter gauge 3 feet 3 inches wide, and narrow gauge 2 feet 6 inches wide, now closed. Important routes have a broad gauge track. Apart from the principal routes, there are also several branch routes shown on the map, figure 11.1. Although rail is comparatively cheaper for long distances, it has not been properly maintained and developed in Pakistan. It has deteriorated over the years due to declined. The reasons are lack of investment, worn out rails and sleepers, operational inefficiencies in timings, overstaffing and corruption, uneconomic stations, a poor reservation system, the presence of single track on a short segment of the main dual line which has severely affected the running of more than one train at a time. Students, here are some pictures in figure 11.3. You can see a passenger train of Pakistan Railways. In figure 11.4 is there is a scene, passengers waiting for train at Karachi railway station. And in figure 11.5 there is a scene of a rail accident. So students, this is your lesson for today. I hope you have understood something about Pakistan Railways. You are required to read page number 202 and 203 thoroughly and learn about the Pakistan railway system. What are the selected railway routes and what are gauge and track in kilometers. Thank you for listening. Take care. Allah Hafiz.